evening, Sam Mateer, 8515 West 57th Street. I've got a real interest in having a replacement for the Hen House grocery store. I live about 2 blocks away from there, and I walk through there quite a bit with my dog, and I kind of keep track of what's going on. Last week I learned something interesting. The people that had the consignment shop told me that a mattress store is moving in there. And that's very disappointing because we certainly don't need any more of that. And a grocery store would be very advantageous. And I thought, well, I've heard from the city council that there's nothing the city council can do about a grocery store, that it's up to the developer and the future grocery. And I thought, well, why not ask again? I'll ask and see if maybe you might think outside the box a little bit and see if there's something you can do. I thought I'd try myself. I called Site Centers myself in Beechwood, Ohio, and that phone number is 877-225-5337. I left a message for Austin Tillich. Austin Tillich, I found out later, does the leasing for Site Centers. And he was nice enough to call me back. He called me back from another number, which is, if this council did want to get a hold of them, that phone number is 720-306-8106, and that's the phone number directly to the man who does the leasing for Site Centers. I asked him, I said, is there a mattress store coming in there? He says, no, a mattress store doesn't need 60,000 square feet. And he said, but there might be a pop-up store, and they might be there for a while. And he said that would be a grocery store would be their first choice, and he'd like to see it happen. So I hear a lot of rumors about the grocery store, and I wanted to kind of get some of them out of the way. I asked, why did Hen House leave? He said they left because of poor performance. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. He asked me what the residents thought about Hen House, and I said, well, I liked having it there. It's a little pricey. And I asked if the city was getting involved in contacting Site Centers in an attempt to get a new grocery store, and he wasn't aware of any effort that the city has made on behalf of the residents to get this done. I asked if it was true that Site Centers wanted a 30-year lease and Hen House only wanted a 20, and he wouldn't confirm that. He just danced around it. I asked about the timing of the tax incremental financing and the end of that and Hen House leaving, and I said it was about the same time. Was that the reason that this happened? And he just danced around the point, so I really don't know the answer. Here's what I believe, what I'd like to see the City of Merriam should be doing. Now, Merriam has a marketing staff, and they have a visitor center, and we have people that we're paying them to market. We marketed the community center, and there was a budget of $10,000 to get that done. But as far as I know, there's no money set aside to get a grocery store. A grocery store is important. I mean, not everybody's going to use the community center, but 11,000 residents eat every day. And it sure would be nice to have a grocery store. So what do I suggest? Well, there's a lot of things the city could do. For one thing, get a hold of Site Centers, and at least you know this one person will call you back. Another thing the city can do is to do some marketing. Find out what is the market rate for grocery stores. What are people paying? Are they unreasonable at Site Centers? I mean, these are things that can be done. Hire a commercial real estate broker. I mean, we hire consultants all the time, so hire a broker and find out what are the marketing parameters that a grocery store chain is going to look for, and then market to those chains. So I think when the council does some of these points, then you've done your job. And I'd appreciate if you'd look into it. Thank you.
Mr. Engel, have you had a chance to talk with Mr. Tullich?
I have not, Mayor. He's only been working for Site Centers for about the last 3 weeks.
So Mr. Tullich has been working for the owners of the shopping center for
Site
3
Centers.
weeks.
Correct. Before that, we were in contact with Grace DeVarnack,
And
and that's who the chamber and the city, as well as a few possible tenants, have been working with.
you had a number of conversations with her
Emails,
about this very
conversations.
topic.
She came in town on numerous occasions, met with members of the chamber.
And it's my understanding that Mr. Tulik, if he does the same thing she does, that's his job, is to market for potential vendors because they own the property.
That's our belief. We work with them and let them know that we'd be willing to partner with them and continue the conversation. But it's ultimately up to them to fill the tenancy in there.
Are you aware of any other city that hires real estate brokers to do the job that private brokers are doing for landowners?
I'm not aware of that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't occur.